All right, so I don't know if this is the best example. Basically, we're gonna start with this. So I was at my local Walmart just chilling, and I came across some electronics, different Switch games, whatever. And just because of the situation we're in right now, I know that Nintendo Switch prices have gone up a good bit. So I said, okay, well, let me look at these prices. 99.99, right? That's pretty good. And so I look on eBay. So I come here to eBay, I look up Nintendo 2DS XL. I just click that. Right away, I start seeing these 143, 143. Now, these are exactly the same. These are sold through Walmart. I think they're available, it shows, but I have them here locally at the store anyways. And so I start seeing these all, and I know they're all sponsored, so they're gonna be at the top. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what you gotta do it. Everybody basically knows what to do. You gotta come down here, sold items, completed items, and then you want to make sure you weed out all the ones that don't pertain to what you're doing. So it's gonna be new, not used. It's gonna be buy it now, not auction. You can do auction, just try and do it as fast as possible. You don't want to wait 7 days for an auction to conclude, and then maybe you don't make enough, whatever. US only, since I'm guessing if you're starting or whatever, this is probably your best option. And of course, ended recently. So after you do all that, start seeing today's date, July 23rd. All these are going to be from today. So 140 free shipping, 140 free shipping, yada, yada, yada. We got some 135s, but the general consensus is, especially since these are newer listings that just sold, I'm guessing pretty quickly, you can sell it for 140. So I got my eBay fee calculator, finalfeecac.com, great website. So sold price not including the shipping charge. Well, if I'm gonna sell like these guys, I'm gonna sell for 139.99, right? You gotta do the 99 cents, tricking people apparently. So 139.99, right? Shipping charge. So you're giving free shipping, so you're not charging anything. Then your shipping cost. Well, I'm guessing if you want to sell an $100 item, you're not going to want to send it. First of all, it's a 2DS XL. It's probably going to be just over a pound, especially if you package it well. So you're not going to be able to use first class packaging. Second, just because the nature of the item, I'd want to have some insurance, even if it's not covering the full 100. Just have $50 insurance through priority mail. So you ship it small small flat rate box, which I think it'll fit perfectly if I sold it in that. You can do a padded flat rate box or padded flat rate envelope, which would be $7.75 if you buy it through eBay. So either or, we'll just say $7.75. Let's say you do that method. It doesn't really matter. Now it's $99.99. Of course, you gotta include the tax. Sorry about that. So you're really not paying, $99.99. You're paying more than that. Okay, so we get the state tax, so 0.08, multiply it by the 99.99. Oh my gosh. Alas, you have that much. Add that to the original price. So that's how much you're really paying. So 107.99. So that's how much the item costs. And so before we look at that, you're basically you think you're buying it for 100, you're selling it for 140. You make $40. Well, no, you got to pay the shipping cost. You got to pay the eBay fee, which is going to be $14. The PayPal fee, which is going to be just over $4 or $5. All that is how much profit you really come up with. So I mean, that's a fair rate of return if you think it's worth your time for that. Of course, you have an eBay store. You got to put in the category. Top rated seller. You get a little bit more, but really, it's hard when this is your profit margin. You're making $5 on this purchase here on something that if you sold it locally, you make 140. Of course, you have the sales tax, like I said. So you can't really say that, but you kind of can. So $108 or basically 108 you're paying. You're paying $7.75 for shipping. You sell it for $140. So yeah, you're making, very, very little here. That's really why it's just so hard to sell on eBay from Walmart websites, because that's saying, you can even get the 140 now. Of course, other people are getting it for 140 here. I'm seeing 130s, 135s. I mean, if you had to settle for 135, well, there goes all your 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 profits. I mean, you're making a 1.34 rate of return. You're making $1.50. So you're not making the big bucks. You really got to look out, because at the same time, if you're selling it for 140 and the item was only 80 bucks, so say about 85, much better looking profit, right? So even when supply and demand goes high, it's still kind of hard to sell these things.